Well, he never imagined he would come to the U.S. and have the opportunities he does now. He also never thought he would become a principal, but had a calling and realized education was the key to paying it forward. Our Mike Jimenez has the inspiring story of one principal's journey from South Asia to South Texas.
As Idea Los Encinos celebrates the opening of their new campus, founding principal Raj Desai reflects on his incredible journey leading up to what he calls a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to launch and lead the school located in South McAllen.
Where the community has just embraced us every single day, and with that privilege, we want to make sure that we surpass their expectations, surpass Idea's expectations.
Desai was born and raised in India, where he grew up in a small village where access to education was a long, lonely 2.5-mile bike ride, rain or shine.
I made sure that I was getting a quality education, and my parents sacrificed a lot to making sure that I had access to quality education.
Desai committed that he would be the first in his family to go to college. Little did he know that 2.5-mile bike ride would be nothing compared to the 10,000-mile journey he would make to honor that commitment. At age 15, his family decided to move to the Rio Grande Valley, but before that, there would be more sacrifices to make. Desai's brother and sister would be left behind.
Parents did not speak the language, and so when we moved in 2005, I had to be the leader in the family. I was the translator, I was the bookkeeper, so I needed to make sure that my parents were successful, and they were relying on me.
Desai would go on to graduate from UTPA with a degree in chemistry. While in college, he tutored freshmen and noticed a gap in science education. He thought he was going to become a scientist. Instead, a faithful call from an Idea recruiter would change all that, and the rest is history.
Fell in love with education. I saw the success the students were having, and 100% of my first class went to college.
Desai adds, as a first-generation graduate, he can relate to the students he now leads and works to inspire each through Idea's core values, including college for all, closing achievement gaps, doing whatever it takes, and giving 100% every day.
It's the great American dream. We're here. We want to make sure that we have these opportunities. We take advantage of this, and it starts with quality education.
In McAllen, I'm Mike Jimenez for KVO Local 23 News.
Since 2000, Idea Public Schools has grown from a small school to one of the fastest growing networks of tuition-free pre-K through 12 public charter schools in the U.S.